basketball's cathedral, where the game was built. And Brown and McHenry in the backcourt. Okonkwo, Dawes, and Traore.
Opponent is, they're ready to go.
And the opening tap is controlled to the Jayhawks.
Interesting to see how they get this thing going early. Tiller's been one of those guys the last couple of weeks has really found his way.
Down. Shot clock is under 3 already on this possession. Got to get it up. The fadeaway Jay won't.
So if you're Bill Self live with some of those questionable shots from Peterson, one, because he's so talented.
Yep.
Oh, this is Alex Jensen's first year. You kind of still need some players to know the lay of the land a little bit, even for a coach. Great drive there.
Yeah, 2 out of 16.
Yeah, and 0 points, 4 turnovers in that first half.
Nice job on the lob. They're going to live and die with the 3 ball.
Kansas leads the Big 12 and guarding that line, and they're top 15 nationally.
Count it, and a foul. Self believes that if he hadn't suffered a left ankle fracture late in, they get wide open looks, generally speaking. It's just a question of making a beautiful cut. And a great entry, too. It's early.
I love what Kansas is doing here, though, switching everything. They're not afraid to switch across the board. Talked about he's still spry.
Yeah.
You know what you know. You can't coach any other way than what you've been doing.
He's dropped 35 pounds.
If I didn't, you'd remind me anyway.
You think? You think?
So, only a few times.
Yeah. Wave it off. He's asking.
If you're Utah, they're allowing just about 30 field goals a game, and you can't against a team like Kansas, and that's...
Shot clock down to 5. Brown navigates his way to the rim, and he's fouled.
At the end of that clock.
You know, in a lot of ways, Donnie, Kansas, after winning the...
A little bit like Arizona, they rely on their freshmen, not just their upperclassmen, to find success. Peterson
has been silenced somewhat early. Always the focal point, and there, just as I mentioned it, as Wong is also on the floor, number 9 in black, that runner. And you see Sanders under stress that time. Jayhawks picking up the D. Another alley-oop. Absolutely loaded. And you notice these perimeter jumpers not as easy. Really good work by Josh Hayes.
They play against, but shot selection still has to be a priority.
Off the curl, he rattles it home again.
And you saw that jump shot right there. He had a fall away from the baseline.
Up empty. Off the bounce.
One side, because of the switching, you see a white jersey pop out, you start to go back the way you came from.
McHenry, he's unable to finish. Great bounce pass. Another rejection, but at the mid-major, and in some cases...
He's well-traveled, but he's been there. He's been through some tough times, but...
Beautiful slam dunk, and the baseline...
Lauren going.
That's a great spin move. Going to the left hand, too, by Keanu Utah after their blowout loss in their last outing. Dawes now has 10 in the game. Peterson plays the energy.
Well, there was a drive-by. He let a guy get to the basket.
Right.
Rosario's been on paid leave.
Like Sutton, by the end of February, you're going to see maybe 7 guys. Tiller in traffic gets the contact.
Special player. We talked about it. Missed his senior year with an ankle and came to Lawrence last January. Versus BYU. Only 3 against Tech, though. So, you know, there's going to be those ebbs and flows, the peaks and valleys for...
You better hurry. Council will beat you to the ball in a heartbeat. From downtown, count it.
Teammate.
Like I said, they know where one another are. Beautiful drive to the basket by Traore. Yeah.
And that's... Yeah. That always bodes well for the Big 12. If you go back to 2009-10, 76 of those teams.
That one goes crying off the rim. He gets his own rebound. Sounds like a hockey crowd when the puck.
And I know Kansas is up, but I'm sure Coach Self and his staff aren't happy with 40% shooting at the Kansas landscape and said, I got some pretty good guys that I have his running mates, and it was easy for him to sign. Yeah, a little undersized, and you see Tiller in that 7'3" wingspan, so you go up a little bit quicker.
That's a great recovery, and he got the deflect. Step back for Donnie Mack, and he's fouled. So, well, the old Cardinal.
And he's a special one, too, Tim. He's 8%, and obviously those two are first in the league.
How about that? What's that old saying? Always looking for those slips and those quick cuts with the offense spread out. That's a tough shot, but it does.
Gotta go here.
Numbers 4-on-2, and they get the foul. Seydou Traoré.
If you get out, don't allow them to set up their defense. We talked about their #1 field.
Terrence Brown. Good recovery by McDowell.
Well, that's a block.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, crowd.
You remember he had 19 against Kansas State, and they thought he was back. Really had a
which has been a problem for them in the past.
Yeah,
they got 8 of them today, and that's kept them in this game. Nice pass inside.
Too easy there,
and he's rejected here. Into McDowell. Started with the.
It's starting though, and again. Tiller was out guarding Brown. They're not afraid to have him out there. We talked about it earlier.
Oh, that's a good one.
And they've taken care of that.
Alex said that we got to burn that tape.
Yeah.
Let's get rid of it.
There he is.
That's Trey White doing a pretty good job defending him. A little ISO for Council.
Too easy, and he understands.
Otherwise, you're facing the likelihood of being down double digits. After being so close for so long, and smart move again by, no, the SIDs don't, but the coaches do.
Do you send them a note before to tell them, hey, remember, I'm doing.
Be at the rim. Tiller, wave it off, does not count. Had to be tipped.
The Jayhawks are shooting 56%, so that defense of the Utes is not great. I think Peterson needs to just be a little bit more aggressive and see Kansas trying to stretch it out and speed you up a little bit.
Peterson calling his own number. And calls with a good.
I think probably I like that shot by Peterson. A lot of people say it's a bad shot. Oh, good look inside, big to big, and great for Utah. That's pretty efficient. I'm surprised they haven't taken more of those threes.
There's another one of those little
Tiller.
Bang, bang, bang. And out they come. Council leads the way. White for 3. This is as quiet as I believe I've ever heard it.
Yeah, I agree.
Inside this arena.
Oh, there you go.
That sparks up a little bit.
Really smart guards understand that. Got to move that basketball.
Brown, wrap around. Oh, man. Great work defensively by Okonkwo. It's on the deck. Arrow is to Kansas into the league. That in his defense. White, air ball.
Yes, you want Badunga to be a scorer. You want him to go finish like that.
Yeah, you think?
Yes. Gets the ball and you break out and you got a couple black jerseys behind you.
White off the bounce.
Yeah, good to see that go down for him.
Have today. Peterson looking to break out. And he's fouled. Dawes has that one knocked away out of thin air. It's Council. Mel with a beautiful alley-oop. In this Kansas offense.
That Peterson back door there.
Badunga with a bailout that time.
A good hustle had all game long. You stop behind that little screen up top, a little brush. You got to make those.
Look at Okonkwo again. My goodness. Yeah, he is
a layup for him.
You're right. He's not been sharp today. On the dribble drive. Nice work by Kendall Sanders.
But he's made his time really effective.
Peterson held a 3 out of 9 from the floor. 1 of 4 from threes. There's another rejection. Inside Badunga. He rushed that one a little bit. There was a push. Crowd's all over that one. And Badunga is fouled this time. There's something to their effort, too, on the defensive end of the floor.
No question.
Great cut and a beautiful pass. Well done.
Or more. I don't know if Kansas is going to get to 80.
And those incredible dangerously hanging around. He continues to drive because the 3 is not falling. Alley-oop time! once again.
Yeah, he really is becoming the glue for this Kansas team.
Well, this may be one of those patented runs right here that we've been waiting on. On the baseline, Okonkwo had it, lost it, and they run out of time on the shot clock. Good defensive sequence. Offensively, Peterson alley-ooping and knocked away. That's going to count the basket. That was
more aggressive. Maybe take a couple tough ones. I like this part of it.
There's a pilfer.
Yeah.
Count it, and a foul. 12-2 run now in the last 5 minutes for the Jayhawks. Sanders.
The other way, so they're forcing those non-shooters and guys that are scoring a lot to make shots late in the clock.
And Arizona's undefeated, and I don't know that anybody's going to get them at McHale. I mean, their best chance to, but Bill Self will not be satisfied when this one's over, regardless of what happens. And there's Dawes again. He's just been points and boards. Brown, that little hesitation that Badunga forced him to against Kansas. Dawes is going to solo here. Why not? He's done it all, inside, outside.
Where Utah needs to push. You can't allow Kansas to get back. At Dawes again from that left wing. We saw him earlier, Tim, where he thought.
Seydou Traore back out there, along with Hayes. And another foul. So intelligence, Donnie, that they bring to the floor is incredible. Brown. You just kind of penciled in they were going to win the conference.
Yeah.
But it was Big 8, Big 12. Just pencil it in. Early 80s, Kansas was just a dominant program and remains so with Bill Self. Look at that. Badunga again.
All my old heads will appreciate that phrase. That term, yep.
Yeah. Charles Shackelford coined that phrase. As offensively, even though they were down by massive double digits. And there's a beautiful straight line drive by Brown. It's easy in today's transactional era to think otherwise.
It's easy to be likable when you're best player on the floor.
Seeing it in Salt Lake City. Alley-oop again. Why, that little bang bang. Dawes finally missed one. White.
Yeah, where he's at his best.
He handles football for me normally. He's playing the role of Ethan Cooperson today. And there's McHenry with a 3-ball that might sew up.
Yeah.
Here goes McHenry again, 2-on-1 with Dawes. Well, he got greedy, and Dawes adds to the
bigs work for Kansas, and Utah put up a little bit of fight early.